Sir, Dhananjay sir, shall I start?
సార్ వినిపిస్తుందా సార్?
వినిపిస్తుంది సార్. Shall I start?
హలో సార్.
Hello. Hello, are you audible?
సార్ స్టార్ట్ ద సెషన్ సార్.
Sir, okay sir, thank you sir. So, good morning everybody. Today we discuss about the jump statements. So what is a jump statement means? It is used to alter the flow of the loop. It is used to alter the flow of the loop. It is used to alter the flow of the loop. That's like skip some part of the loop, terminate the loop, like that. Skip a part of the loop and terminate a loop. Please mute yourself. Such jump statements means it is used to alter the flow of loop. So that is nothing but like you want to skip a part of a loop or terminate a loop, like that we will use the jump statements. And type of the jump statements, there are 3 types of jump statements in this Python: break, continue, and pass. Break, continue, and pass. There are 2 types. There are 3 types. There are 3 types. So first one is break statement. Second one is continue, break, continue, and pass state. So first we will see the break statement. So what is a break statement? Break means it terminates the loop. It terminates the loop. Break is used to terminate the loop. It is used to terminate the loop statement. It is used to terminate the loop statement. Syntax. The syntax is nothing but only simply we will use the break. We will see one example. So I will use the for loop for I in range of 10 colon. First we will print the value I, and you will check it the condition if of I equals to 6, equal to 6, then you will skip or break. Break means it terminate the entire loop. Terminates the entire loop. We will see in a practical. So for I will use the example of the break statement. I will use the for loop for I in range of 10. For I in a range of 10. First we will print the value of I. Print the value of I. And I will break after the 6. I will terminate after the 6. So how many values will be printed? You will see the up to 0 to 5, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 will be printed. After 6 will come, 6 equal to 6 means it terminates the loop. It terminates the loop. We will see. And so save and run the file. Example break. So I will execute the file. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. It will print up to 6. It comes to the 6, it will be breaked out. And next, we will see in different situations. It will print. So before the break statement, next print after the break statement, and after completion of the loop, I will use the one print statement. I will use out of the loop. So first it will execute this body of the for loop. We will see the for loop. First print up to 0 to 6. So 6 equal to 6, it comes. First print the before the break, and it will appear the break. It automatically exit the loop. Out of the loop it will be printed, but it not prints the after the break statement. We will see it. F5. So this is 0 to 6 will be printed. Before the break is printed. After the break it will terminate loop. That's why it exit the loop and print the out of the loop. This is the best example for the break situation. And you will see you will create best example by using the break means prime numbers by using a break statement. That is also an example. So you will try it. And next statement is continue. Second one is the continue statement. In the continue statement, it skips the statement and then continue. So it is used to skip all remaining statements in the loop and move control backs to the top of the loop. So that is the main situation in the continue statement. It is used to skip the all remaining statement. When it appears in the continue, it will skips. It is used to skip all the statements. All the statements are all the remaining statements. All the remaining statements in the loop and move back to the control back to the top of the loop. It is used to skip all the remaining statements in the loop and move control back to the top of the loop. So we'll see the syntax and then example. So syntax means only continue and example. In this above break statement, we will use the break statement. For the same break, we will continue that one. It will skip the sixth position. We will see it in example. For I in range of, so we will use a 10 or 5, whatever it may be, no problem. That's a 5. I will use the if statement here. If of I equal to 3, then continue and print the value I, print of I in the within the loop. So yes. So we'll see in a practical. So it means first enter into the loop. First, if the condition is true, then automatically statement will be executed. Then the check whenever the continue it comes, and it continue the statement, true statements. It will repeat the loop. It continue means it skips these statements and execute. It continues to the loop. Otherwise, if the condition is false, it simply exit. Okay, like that. First we will this is the one. Next we will say in a practical. So first, please mute yourself. Example of the continue statement. So for I in range of 5, if of I equal to 3, it continue, and print of I. So we will see the execute, save the file and execute it. Example of continue. I will run the file. So 0, 2, 3, 2, 4. 3 will be skip. So I will use the for loop for 0 to 4 only. It will repeat it 0 to 4 only. In case I equals to 3 means it continue the loop. It will be continuous. Whenever it appears, it automatically goes back to the for loop. It automatically goes back to the for loop, but it not executed. Print of I is not executed whenever continuous appear. After the next iteration, it will continue. And next we will see the pass statement. So pass statement, it is a null operation. Pass statement is nothing but a null operation. That's which used to when the statement is required for syntactically. On the time we will use the pass statement. Pass statement is nothing but it is used for null operations. It is used for null operations. It is used for the null operations, which is used when the statement is required syntactically. When the statement is required syntactically. So we'll use the syntax. Syntax is nothing but a pass. So PSS. And example for same loop I am using for I in range of 5. For I in a range of 5, if of I equals to 3, I equals to 3, then I will pass the statement and I will continue print of the. So here pass is for null operation. It is nothing will happen in the pass. Pass is not used for this. If it required that only you will use at the empty loop you will pass that. On that situation you will use the pass. In case else is not there, you will maintain the else syntactically. Use the else, then only you will use the pass statement. Like that you will use the pass statements. That's we'll see in the example. Example for the pass statement. For I in range of 5, um, if of I equal to 3, then you will use the pass, then print of I. So we will say fire save as example of the pass statement. F5. So it will continue. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So all the values are executed. This pass is it's a null operation. It is a null operation. That isn't used for. We'll see the some more example in the past. We will see it. We'll check it out. For suppose we will use the two values. If a and compare two values. So compare the two values A and B. If A greater than B, it print the Ravi, and if A greater than C, sorry, A less than C, sorry, A less than B, then it prints Raju. This is this thing. So in case it is equal, it doesn't print any value. On that situation, how to design this element? First, we will read the compare two values means. So we will use the A and B. Read the A and B values. First, read A and B. A comma B equals to int of input of. So enter A comma int of input of, enter B, enter A and B, and then first read that values, then you will check it out. If A greater than B, then you will check it out. If A greater than B, then you will print Ravi, in case elif of a less than b, in case a less than b, print of Raju, then else, in case the else situation is occurred, then simply you will use to pass. There is nothing in the, there is no equal operation in this situation. That's why we didn't maintain anything. That's why we will pass the directly, simply you will use the pass statement. Pass means it's nothing but it's a null operation. That's why you will maintain pass wherever it will be. So in case in functions it is a empty function, you will use to pass statement. You will define the function and you will pass the pass statement. In case you will use the while loop, it in body of the loop there is no operations, that on that time you will use the pass statement like that. So you will run the statement. I will run the this file and save and run the file and enter the value. I will pass the value 5 and b value is 6. It will be the like that. Okay. So I have any doubts in this concept jump statements? Anybody have any doubts? Okay, shall I continue the data types? Data types. So what is a data type? Data type is used to which type of the element or object in the Python. Python is different data types are available. It's a number, list, string, tuple, dictionary, sets like that. So data types are defined. It's a define the data type is the type of the variable. You will pass the variable. It automatically takes. No need to maintain the declaration part in the Python. So on the that is the very efficient in the Python situation. We didn't identify the type of the data type and we will mention here. This is automatically no need to maintain the type of the data type in the Python. So it will simply pass the variable and they automatically identifies which type of the data type in the Python. Python interpreter is automatically identifies and then pass that particular type of the data type. So it's a data type defines the type of the variable. Data type is nothing but defines. Defines the type of the variable. Define the type of the variable, whether it is an integer, whether it is an integer type or string type or list tuple and etc. So here there is no need to maintain, no need to specify the data type in the Python. Here no need to specify or declare, define, whatever it may be. Specify the data type in Python. There are two, it can be divided into two categories. One is the mutable type and mutable types. It can be divided into two categories. Data types can be divided into two categories. It can be divided into two categories. Two categories. Two types of mathematics. One is a mutable type and another one is a two categories. One is the mutable, another one is immutable. First we will say the immutable. Immutable we will tell you. So second one is the mutable. Immutable is nothing but it doesn't change when it after declaration. And so first we must declare a variable, we define a variable. After the defining variable, it doesn't change the value. It doesn't change the value. Immutable means it cannot change. Immutable means it cannot change. Mutable means it is changeable. It is changeable. Means it is change. So immutable types are numeric type and string type, and third one is tuple. These three types under the immutable. Mutable means it changes. So the types are mutable types in the Python are list, dictionary, and third one is the set. These three. First one immutable. Immutable means it cannot change in the numeric, and strings and tuples are cannot changeable. Mutable means it changes, that is list, dictionaries and sets are changes. Frozen sets are nothing but a mutable. Frozen sets are available. The frozen sets are immutable. Frozen sets. Frozen sets are immutable. First we will see the numerics. What is a numeric? Numeric data type. In numeric data types, integer, float, and complex. And so one more type is available, long. It is a long. In numerics have four types: integer, long, float, and complex. In the numerics have four types: And numerics have 4 types. First one is the integer. Second one is the float type. And second one is the long, and third one is here the long is not a big issue here. We'll see it. Fourth one is the complex. So what is an integer? Integer and long are the same type. So here there is no particular upper limit, upper bound. There is no upper limit is there. So here the upper bound is also there. In the same way in the long, either you will use the int is the better. It's a long means it is the more than the integer type, that is the long. So here integer is enough, I think so. That's why you will use to only int mentioned in the integer. Type here there is no upper limit. Integer means it is a sequence of digits. Integer is nothing but a sequence of digits. Here there is no upper limit. So here there is no upper limit. So same as it is same in the integer, same as the integer data type, same as the integer. And the one special thing is the larger value than integer. It is a larger value than integer. It is a larger value than integer. And third one is the float. It's a floating point data type, means it's a decimal point. It's a value with a decimal point, or it is a decimal point. It is a decimal point value or the float value. It's a complex means it's a complex is nothing but it's a real. It is the combination of a real and imaginary part are known as the complex values. It's a number with a real and imaginary part. Number with a real and imaginary part is known as complex number. These are the numeric types. And in the integer, so it's in this type we will use the binary value, hexa, binary, octal, and hexa also. Not only decimal, even hexadecimal value also we can define. Decimal.
Okay.
Hello, please mute yourself. Decimal, binary, octal, and hexadecimal also. How can we define? We'll see in the practical. But suppose we pass the value of integer. Generally, we will pass the value x equals to 456. This is the integer value, and we will mention the type of the x. Type of the x means it is an integer type, and here is nothing but it's a variable. Variable is the instance of the data type. Variable is the instance of the particular data type. So here the variable x is the integer data type. If the integer is the class, That is the variable here. The variable is the instance of that particular class. So in the type of integer is the class. X the variable. Variable is the instance of the class. And next we will pass the floating point value here 4.56. And so we will see the type of the X. Here the type of the X is the float class. Here the class is the float, and type of the instance of the class of the float variable is X. And next we will see the binary value. We will pass the binary value. We will see the binary value. We will define. So we will pass the binary value by using y equals to either you will use 0 b small b, or you will define the value by using 0 b small b or 0 capital B. You may use both, any one. I will define by using the binary value. We will pass that x or y, whatever it may be the variable name, 0 small b 101. I will pass the value 0 b 101. That is the value of binary. Binary value is 5. It's an error. So sorry. Y equals to 0 b 101. Yes, it's here I'm passing the O, not 0. That's why it should produce an error. I will pass the value y. Why it produce the value means decimal value, that is a 5. It produced the 5. And next we will define. So we'll say the type. The type is nothing but integer type. I think so. We will see type of y. Type of y is nothing but integer. Integer is the integer in the part of the integer. Binary, octal, and decimal also is the part of the integer type. That's why. And you may pass the values of octal. Octal you must define. It's a 0 O, or 0 capital O, or 0 small o. No problem. So we'll define the y equals to 0 O 34. It may be converted. It's the octal value will be converted into integer. Maybe 28 it will be produced. 28 it will be produced. So this is also a type. This is also a type of y is nothing but an integer type. Okay, this is it. And in the complex hexadecimal, and after that float, and we will see the complex numbers. First we will see the hexadecimal. In hexadecimal also we will use the 0 small x, or you will define 0 capital X. Anyone you will use. So you will pass the value y equals to 0 x 5 double f. It will be converted into decimal value. That is the value of 1535. 1535. So that is the value. And next, that this is the type also, integer type. We will see the type of y. Type of y is also integer type. Okay, this is the integer type of the we can define or initialized or you can pass the values like that. You can pass this way. Okay. And next floating point. You see the floating point values, the float f equals to 123.45. So this is the floating type. So you will see the value of f, and so we'll check the type of f is nothing but a float type. And next you'll see the integer, so that is the value of complex numbers. You see the complex numbers means c equals to 1 plus 2j, 1 plus 2j. So see the type of c. Type of c is nothing but a complex type. This class is the complex data type, and the c is the instance of that particular complex class. That is the particular complex class. This is the numeric type data types. So in the numeric data types have three: integer, float, complex, and integer and long are same. Long is nothing but a comparatively it have a high value than integer, higher value than the integer value. Okay, these are the types. Have any doubts for the numeric? If you have any doubts, and then we will see the string. In the string is nothing but a collection of characters. String is a collection of characters, like this, or otherwise sequence of a characters is called a string. Sequence of character is called a string type. And we will see the string. So we will pass use the example string x. In the variable x, in the x equals to, we will pass either single or double quotations in the string. In the string have, so we will see here, 1, 2. Okay. So value 0, it starts string start from the 0. The value is S, T, R, I, N, and C. This is the values of a string. String will represent in this way, in this manner. First, we will see the string S value starts from the 0, 1, T, 2 is the R, 3 is I, and 4 is N, and 5 is the C. Yeah. So we will print in the, so it's directly you will use the X, it automatically prints the string. Directly will print this. In case I want the substring, or for I want the str only, before this 0, 1, and 2, it will be slices. It can be divided into, by using this slice type. We can use this string data type. We can see it in the practical. We will understand it. So first we'll see the example of the string. In case x equals to Harry, or otherwise we will see the string only itself, no problem. String in x print, directly I will use to print x, it automatically prints the string. Then we will use to slices of the string. Slice is nothing but a part, slice of the string. I will print its first three characters, 0 to 3. Print the 0 to 2 characters. How will you print that particular string? Slicing. In slicing, we will use the two things. One is the array brackets. It's nothing but square brackets. Square brackets. One thing is square brackets. Square bracket. There is this one, square brackets, and another one is the colon. Another one is the colon. So colon is used. One is square bracket, another one is the colon. In the square brackets, we will maintain the colon. So in the string variable name, string variable, in case syntax like this, so string var of, so when it will be started and when it will be end before the statement. So in case there is a end, it will print the start to end minus 1. It will print the start to end minus 1. Then we will see it. I will print 0 to 2. 0 to 2 means you will use x of print of x of 0 colon 3. 0 colon 3. 3 is the end of the 3 is the end. Before the end only we will print 0 to 2. So like that is, so first here it prints only 0, 1, 2. So that means str will be printed. And next we will see the print the last 3. 3 means it started from the 0, 1, 2, 3. It starts from 3, so it will be printed 3 to end. 3 to end. So print of x 3 colon, it will print up to end. It simply will leave, it will print up to end. It will print the ing. It will print the ing. To save the file and run that particular file. Save and run that file. So you will see first we will print the x value. First we will print the x value. It automatically prints the string. And next we will see the 0 to 3. It will print only str, and 3 colon it will print the ing. Remaining slice operations we will see in the next class. Oh, have any doubts? Please ask to me. Have any doubts? I will see in the chat box. So binary value. Binary value of the output. Can you explain once, sir? Okay. What is the instance of the class? Difference between pass and the continue. Okay. Difference between pass and the continue means continue statement will execute, continue statement loop will repeat, but the next statements will be continued. But pass statement is not at all. It's a pass statement is it never operation is performed. And next instance, here the instance of the class here means it's a, we will see the, if the class is the integer type, class type is the integer, we will pass the variable. Variable is the instance of that particular class. Variable is nothing but it's a, here y is the instance of that integer class. Y is the instance of that integer class. Here the data types is nothing but a objects. If the data types is nothing but a objects. Okay. And next one is binary value of the output. Can you explain once? So here the bin function is available. We will see it's a bin of 5. Bin of 5. This is the value, binary value 0b101. Bin function is used to execute the binary value 0b. Okay. And next, so tuple comes under mutable also. So sometimes. So I will explain on when it comes to the tuple. It will explain. Okay. Have any doubts?